Hi, I'm Lorna Li, host of Entrepreneurs for a Change. This video series is about lifestyle business design. One of the biggest challenges I have while traveling through exotic foreign countries is the challenge of making important phone calls to clients, to my bank, to a number of different places. Now, I frequently use Skype. Skype is a voice over IP service. It's great. It's free when you make Skype-to-Skype calls, and for a small monthly fee, you can use Skype to call phone numbers directly, even 1-800 numbers, and for another small monthly fee, you can get a dedicated telephone number as well that appears in the person's caller ID. So it's a fantastic way to stay in touch with people. But the problem with voice over IP is that it doesn't really work so well when the internet sucks, especially if the internet is slow or it drops. So it's incredibly frustrating if you've been waiting forever to get in touch with customer service, only to find that after you've explained your problem, your Skype call has disconnected. So here are some alternatives that I use to Skype. Alternative number 1, FaceTime. FaceTime actually seems to be more stable than Skype, especially when it comes to video, when you are on a crappy internet connection. So if your Skype is not working, if it keeps disconnecting, then switch over to FaceTime if you can. Another alternative, if you are trying to do video calls, is Google Hangout. Google Hangout is great. I hear from some people it can be better than Skype, although I've tested it and found it not to be much better. But the great thing about Google Hangout is that if you're doing a video call that you want to then convert into a YouTube video, you can immediately export, you can record and immediately export your call to YouTube. Now, if you don't need video, but need some kind of alternative free voice over IP service, then I recommend several apps that you can use as desktop apps, but most importantly as mobile phone apps. The first mobile phone app that I use when Skype isn't working for me and FaceTime's crapping out, I like to use Viber. That's V as in victory, I-B-E-R. Now, Viber only really works with other people who have downloaded and registered with the Viber service. But for people who are on Viber, it's a great way to send free text messages and make voice over IP calls, especially when some of the other services are not doing so well. An alternative to Viber is WhatsApp. That's WHATSAPP. And also WhatsApp tends to work as well only for people who have the WhatsApp app and have registered for the service, but it is free between WhatsApp users. A third alternative to Viber and WhatsApp is Line. That's L-I-N-E. Now, a lot of these apps tend to work best because, users in different locales tend to use one or the other. So in Asia, a lot of people seem to be using Line. So Line functions in a similar way to Viber and WhatsApp. So if the person that you want to get in touch with isn't on one of the other two services, but is on Line, then maybe you should just download and register with Line. Now, for those really important calls that I really don't want to get disconnected and I really want to have a guaranteed high quality audio experience, then I recommend a service that is created by my friend Vlad. And that service is called NotVoip. That's N-O-T-V-O-I-P. And how it works is that it will find a spare local line in the country that you're calling into, and then use that line to then call you back either on your computer or on your mobile phone through the NotVoip app, and it basically is a line connection. So it calls you back, and then for a small fee, basically I think $5 got me over an hour of call time to the United States, then you can enjoy a phone call that you know is going to be good quality, it isn't going to drop, and you can rest assured that it's going to be good. So I'm so glad that Vlad has tried to deal with the VOIP call problem by creating a service called NotVoip. The service could use some improvements, but essentially what it allows you to do is it allows you to enter your local number into its into your profile as a default callback number, but you can enter any number of other local numbers as well. So if you travel around a lot and have a number of different SIM cards with different local numbers, you can just add them all into the back end, set your default, and basically just dial the number directly on your mobile phone, and it'll call you back, and you will be connected to a telephone line and the person that you're calling. All right, so that's it for today. Thanks a lot for joining me on this episode. For more information about lifestyle, business, travel, please go to entrepreneursforachange.com. Thanks a lot and have a great day.